Are you interested in buying yourself some Haikyuu merch? From Karasuno High Team, to Nekoma High Team, Shiratorizawa Academy Team, and 𝐹𝑢KERDNI Academy Team. Go click the link in my description box now, and get some awesome discounts from 17% up to 71% off. They offer you free shipping as well. So, what are you waiting for? Link in the description. Nishinoya created a group chat. Nishinoya added 7 members to the group. Nishinoya changed the group name to Underrated People. We matter too. So, I heard from a little birdie that 𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐄𝐋𝐿 and the others are doing BF challenges, and not tell us? Excuse me? Bro, impossible. He would never forget about us, right? What is this? You know what? I don't care. I'm leaving. Lol, same. Bye. Yeah. 4 participants left the group. Tendou added Shirabu and Yaku to the group. Hanamaki added Kunami and Yahaba to the group. Oh no, you don't. It's me. I'm the little birdie. Although I'm taller than you. Noah. You wanna die? I think I'll pass. What does 𝐿𝐼𝐄𝐋𝐿 doing a boyfriend challenge with the others have to do with me? Yeah. And me? I'm busy. Apparently 𝐿𝐼𝐄𝐋𝐿 and a few others are doing a trust fall challenge on their boyfriends. And they didn't even invite us in on the fun? Gasp. Okay, and you're so dry, Morisuke. Live a little. I'm not doing this. Bye. We don't even get anything good out of this. What if it's those angsty ones where it'll be the reason why you two would break up? If that's the case, then no thank you. It's not. Yeesh. It's just something that's for shits and giggles. For the record, Semi and I had a fight. So no, I'm not doing this. Guys, chill. Y'all are no fun. What's in it for us, then? Tanaka is treating us for barbecue. Nishinoya. I'm down, I guess. Okay. ... Could use some barbecue. Nishinoya, why you? I'm a broke man. Y'all hear something? Anyway. Crying right now. Let's do a pretend to faint in front of your boyfriends. Oh god, Lev would probably freak out and do something stupid. I'm down. Yes. Wait, I wanna see Wakatoshi's reaction. He'd probably just act chill. Don't crush my dreams like that. Sure, I think. Fine. Anything for free food. Tanaka's wallet is currently screaming. Shira? ... Tendou, you know Semi and I aren't on good terms. It's going to be alright, Shirabu. Just because you're both aren't exactly on good terms doesn't mean he doesn't care. ... Fine. Alright then. Let's get started. My wallet is crying right now. Person with a white mobility cane. Asahi and Nishinoya. Asahi. As Nishinoya started running towards his boyfriend, who was tying his long hair in a bun, his eyes widened in horror as Nishinoya jumped on his back. Noah. Nishinoya started laughing hysterically, burying his face on the nape of Asahi's neck, inhaling his signature cologne, feeling at ease. Asahi smiles to himself, closing his eyes as he chuckles. Nishinoya hops off of his back and tugs on Asahi's shirt. Asahi turns around to face him, placing his hands on his hips as he gives him a heartwarming smile. Do you miss me that much, Noah? Nishinoya wraps his arms around his waist, hugging him and burying his face on Asahi's shirt. There's no day that I wouldn't miss you, Asahi. Asahi chuckles. I was gone for one day, Noah. I had an interview for my college applications. Nishinoya lets go and crosses his arms, pouting angrily at Asahi. I was gone for just one practice, Noah. Does that mean you didn't miss me? What? Noah turns his back at him, sighing. I guess you didn't miss me, then. That means you're always on my mind was just a lie, then. Noah tries not to laugh after hearing Asahi making confused noises. Wait, Noah, that's not what I. Nishinoya started walking away, trying not to show Asahi that he was just kidding. He then felt a pair of arms snaking around his waist, pressing his back against his chest. Baby, please don't get mad. I'm sorry. Nishinoya turns to face Asahi, cupping his face with both of his palms. Asahi sighs and leans into his touch. I was joking, babe. I'm not mad. Asahi pouts at him. Nishinoya's smiles widened. Are you sure? Nishinoya presses a kiss on the tip of his nose softly. I'm 100% sure. Asahi. Asahi sighs in relief and pulls him even closer, hugging his petite frame. Nishinoya returns the hug, rubbing his back. Asahi lets go and smiles down at him. I bet you wanted to know how it went? Nishinoya nods. Yet. Then he suddenly remembered the challenge. He forgot about it. Nishinoya then places a hand on his forehead, grumbling. He closes his eyes shut. So, the interview. Wait, are you alright? What's wrong? Nishinoya gave him a lost look. Asahi. Nishinoya then pretends to faint, his head falling to the side. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Nishinoya. Asahi picks him up bridal style. Nishinoya could feel Asahi shaking in the embrace. As Asahi placed him on the couch, mumbling incoherent words while turning on the ceiling fan, Nishinoya couldn't help but feel guilty, but thinks it's funny. Oh no, where's my phone? Damn it, why does it always disappear during a time like this? No no no. Asahi felt a hand tugging his shirt, pulling him with force. His head slowly twists around to look down at Nishinoya, who had an amused grin on his face. Hi. Asahi screeched. The kind of screeching you hear from a horror movie. You're alive. Nishinoya sat up and started chuckling, covering his mouth and looking away, his eyes filled with tears. Your face. Oh god. I can't. Nishinoya laughs harder, thrashing around remembering Asahi's face. Oh, thank goodness you're okay. Nishinoya's laughter dies down. He looks at Asahi, his eyes watering. It was a prank. Asahi. Asahi's face broke. A prank? Yup. As Nishinoya started apologizing and reassuring Asahi that he was genuinely alright, feeling guilty but was laughing at a devastated Asahi, who was sitting around the corner while hugging Nishinoya for comfort, Haikyuu wonders how Lev would react if he pretends to faint. Lev and Haikyuu. This is stupid. I can't believe I listened to those idiots. But free food, I guess. Haikyuu breathes in, then breathes out. Here goes. Haikyuu knocks on the door, thrice. He took a step back. He places his phone back in his pocket and sighs, waiting. The door then bursts open, revealing a grinning Lev whose smile never faltered as he looks down at Haikyuu. Haikyuu-san. You came. Lev engulfs him in a hug. Haikyuu returns the hug, blushing slightly. Of course, I would. Why wouldn't I? Lev chuckles. Never mind. It's nothing. Haikyuu frowns at him. Was something bothering him? Come in. Haikyuu enters the Haber household, wondering what's been bothering Lev. Lev isn't acting like his usual self. As he silently walks towards Lev's bedroom, Haikyuu tried to reach out to hold Lev's hand but contemplated. He wanted to hold his hand and ask what was wrong, but he decided not to. Lev flops down on his bed, his arms and legs sprawled all over the sheets, his face buried on his pillows. Haikyuu rolls his eyes and closes the door behind him. He then jumps on the back of Lev's back, sitting on his back crossed-legged. Morisuke, tell me I'm fat. I dare you. In my defense, I was going to say you've gotten heavier, not fat. That's the same thing. Haikyuu gave Lev's head a little bonk. Ouch. I was kidding. Haikyuu snorts. You better. Haikyuu didn't move an inch as he stubbornly sat on Lev's back. I was about to tell you that I'm going to fart. There was a moment of silence between the two. A few moments later, Haikyuu then gave Lev a disgusted look and covers his nose with his palms, immediately hopping off of his back, staying a few feet away from him. Are you serious? Lev bursts out laughing and sat up straight, clutching his stomach. Lev, it stinks. Or, what was that? Does my really handsome boyfriend want a hug? Lev slowly started to tiptoe towards Haikyuu, a smirk playing on the corner of his lips. Lev, don't you dare. Oops. Lev then swoops Haikyuu in his arms, pulling him close to his chest as he flops them down on their beds, Lev hovering over him with his butt facing Haikyuu's stomach. Prepare for takeoff. Before Lev could even move, Haikyuu pulls the side of his shirt and brings his face closer to his. Their lips were almost touching, making the two of them flustered, Lev looking as red as their school's jersey. Don't you dare, Haber. Haikyuu's low, monotone tone somehow made Lev turn to an even darker shade of red, if possible. Lev gulps. Why yes, sir. Haikyuu smirks. He kisses Lev on his right cheek and pinches his cheek on the same spot, with force. Now, if you ever think about farting near my face, I will rip off your stupid hair. Lev laughs. Yikes. I won't. Lev hops off of Haikyuu and rolls next to him on the bed, the two boys staring at the ceiling. There was silence, but the comfortable one. Moments later, Lev suddenly blurts out an exhausted huff and covers his eyes with his right arm, scaring Haikyuu in the process. Lev. Geez, you scared me. Lev stayed quiet, not uttering a single word. Haikyuu turns to face him, placing a hand on his chest. What's wrong? Kev chuckles nervously. Nothing. Haikyuu kicks his shin. You're a bad liar. Lev groans from the pain. He then turns to face Haikyuu in a swift movement, his eyes a bit glossy. Haikyuu frowns at him. Why do you like me? Haikyuu sat up cross-legged on the bed, wondering why on earth his very own boyfriend would ask him that. Why are you asking me that question? So what? Why? Isn't it obvious? ... Lev then turns his back to him. Why do you like me? I thought you've always liked Alyssa. Haikyuu slaps his back. You're being too violent today. It wasn't even that hard. Lev. Haikyuu straddles Lev's stomach and cups both sides of Lev's face, forcing him to look at his boyfriend straight in his eyes, pouting. It was just a silly admiration, Lev. It was just a crush. Like literally nothing more. And later on, I realized that I'm in love with you, and no one else. So don't worry too much about it, alright? Lev gave him a winning smile, his eyes shining with happiness. Haikyuu blushed when Lev softly gave the tip of his nose a soft kiss. My soft Haikyuu. Haikyuu grunts, and slaps his hand away. He then remembers the challenge and mentally scowls himself in advance for doing it. Lev. Haikyuu dramatically places a palm on his forehead. I feel dizzy. He then dramatically falls on the bed next to him, hoping that Lev would figure that it was all a silly prank. But then again, it's Lev we're talking about here. Morisuke? Oh no, what's going on? Are you alive? Oh no, are you dead? I'm so sorry, God, please forgive my sins. Please. Haikyuu then heard a loud thump on the ground. He immediately stood up and saw that Lev, actually, fainted. I should have expected this. Haikyuu sighs then started dragging Lev's heavy body, huffing and grunting at how heavy his boyfriend was. As Haikyuu struggles to drag his boyfriend and fan him and wait until he's finally conscious, wondering why he even did what Noya wanted them to do, Hanamaki started wondering if the whole challenge did an reverse card on him. Madsen and Maki. Matsuko glances up at him from the ground, who was playing with his controller which was connected to the television. Hanamaki glances down at his controller and tilted his head. Since when do you play? Whatever that is. It's Genshin Impact. And, I started playing it ever since Oikoa introduced me to it. Matsuko continued playing as he spoke. I think it was, a week ago. Hanamaki hums. Matsuko then cheers when it looked like he was leveling his character up. That seems like fun. Matsuko glances at him for a brief second and chuckles. It is. Although it's a bit, challenging. At first, it's actually such a fun game to play. And it's fun if you play with other players too. I think Oikoa and I played with that one setter dude from Nakoma. I think his name was Kenma. Hanamaki grumbles something under his breath, feeling a bit childish. Is that why you end our calls as early as possible? To play? Matsuko pouts, but his eyes was staring intently at the game in front of him as he started pushing the buttons with force. Damn, I should have asked Lisa in this round. Oh wait, maybe Kia. Wait, what? What do you mean end our calls early? Hanamaki shook his head. Never mind. Matsuko nods, not really paying attention to his boyfriend. Hanamaki clears his throat, gaining his boyfriend's attention, although his eyes never left the screen. He hums in question. Matson. Hanamaki cups his face with his left palm while his right was placed on top of his boyfriend's shoulder. He tightly squeezes his shoulder, shaking. I don't feel so good. Matsukoa laughs. Marvel reference. I see you, babe. Then Matsukoa, poorly imitating Tom Holland, whispers. Miss Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good. He then makes an airy sound between his lips, dramatically blowing from side to side. Then cut. Vanish. He laughs hysterically. Hanamaki glares at the back of his head, a nasty scowl plastered on his face as eye twitches. Fine. Be like that, I don't care. How about you date Lisa or Kia, or whoever the hell those characters are there, then. Hanamaki grumbles, then turns around to crawl to the corner side of his boyfriend's bed, muttering about why he was in love with this idiot boyfriend of his. But then again, he could list more than 100 reasons why he loves him, or why he chooses to date him. Curling up the corner side of the bed after wrapping himself in a human burrito with the comforters, Matsukoa whines when he realizes he lost in the game, and the fact that his boyfriend is, most probably, pissed at him. Matsukoa grunts slowly as he stood up from the ground, rubbing his butt since it has been an hour since he sat on the ground without any pillows for support. Maki, babe, come on. I'm sorry. Hanamaki scoffs, hiding his face deeper in the comforter, refusing to meet his eyes. Matsukoa chuckles under his breath and jumps on the bed next to him. He gently pokes what seems to be Hanamaki's forehead. Hello? Anyone there? Hanamaki grumbles for who knows how many times that time and shifts a little. Number. Matsukoa grins. I know someone's in there. May please speak with them? I owe my boyfriend an apology. Hanamaki shifts again. And they're, like, super handsome and super amazing, and super sexy. Hanamaki stifles a chuckles, covering his mouth with his palms. Matsukoa could feel the bed shake. His face instantly brightens up knowing he made his boyfriend smile. Even just a little. Fine. Hanamaki then covers the both of them with the comforters. As they were both consumed by the comfy comforter, Matsukoa grins at his boyfriend. Hanamaki's eyes were shining, but he had a playful scowl plastered on his face. I'm annoyed at you. I know. I'm mad at you. You're not, but okay. Yes, you're in love with me, I know. Hanamaki then made an inhuman noise, thrashing around. Matsukoa hyena laughed. Matsukoa then moved to hover over him, looking down at him with a silly grin. Don't worry, I won't tell. Hanamaki grins up at him. That's kind of gay, dude. Well, then, I guess I love you too. No homo. Yeah, no homo. Wait, you guess? Matsukoa brings his face closer to his. Nah, I'm pretty sure I am. Matsukoa inched closer to his lips. Am I forgiven? I promise you'll have all of my attention. Hanamaki snorts. Duh. Now stop stalling and kiss me. Matsukoa chuckles lowly. Alright then. No homo. As the two started laughing, stealing kisses here and then, Tanaka needed to think whether or not actually doing a boyfriend challenge on his boyfriend was a good idea. After all, it's Inoshita. Inoshita and Tanaka. Chikara. Tanaka spread his arms apart, ready to give his confused boyfriend the largest bear hug he could ever muster up to. Oh. You idiot, don't you dare. Haha, too late. I'm holding our drinks, oh my go. Tanaka stops in his tracks but accidentally hits his forehead on Inoshita's back, almost making him double over and trip. Thankfully, he was able to keep his composure and managed to not let the two glasses filled with apple juice fall and break on the floor. Seiko would definitely start a riot if they broke. Not one, but two glasses. But some of the apple juice was spilled on the floor. Inoshita stares at the ground where the juice was spilled. He was staring intently at it. Tanaka chuckles and nervously patted Inoshita on his shoulder. Oops. Inoshita snaps out of his trance and gave Tanaka the nastiest glare he could give. Tanaka whines and hugs Inoshita's back, snuggling his face on his Karasuno jacket. Chikara, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Inoshita sighs and turns around, squishing Tanaka's face, his palms making circles around his cheeks. He internally screamed at how cute Tanaka's pout was. It's fine. Now, do you have any spare towels or tissues? The juice spilled wasn't that much, so it's fine. He nods. Yup. I'll go get some. Alright. I'll wait here. Tanaka gave him a salute. As Tanaka turns his back to him, he chuckles mischievously. After he gives the tissue to Inoshita, it will be the perfect timing. Here. As he hands Inoshita the towel, he then turns his back to him. He then stopped abruptly, his foot making a loud squeak from the sudden hold. Inoshita looks up at him with a bored look. What? Tanaka then places a palm on his forehead, then pretends to hold the wall for support. I don't. Then, he collapses not so graciously on the ground. His arm was covering both of his eyes as he tried not to laugh. Easy. He then hears footsteps walking towards him. He then felt a foot softly poking his side. Stop being dramatic, you. I can see that you're pretending to faint. I don't know why you're doing this, but it's too obvious. Inoshita then walks back to the area where the apple juice was spilled. Now, get your ass up and help me so that we can finally do our movie date. I'm currently cuddle deprived. Tanaka groans, slowly standing up and rubbing his back. Or, I thought you'd be fooled. No. Try again in your next life. Now come here. As Tanaka and Inoshita cleaned up the mess they both made, Inoshita pinching Tanaka's arm now and then whenever Tanaka would say something stupid but would laugh at the same time. It now leaves to our last four competitors. What was wrong with Shirabu and Semi? What happened to them? How would Ashijima react to Tendao? Would Yahaba really do the challenge? How would Kindaichi react? Next up, part 2 of Pretend to Faint in Front of Your Boyfriend challenge.